Greetings, guys, gals, buddies, and pals. I'm the one referred to as Dezi Perado. Today, what I wanted to do was I wanted to show you what is the easiest way to make drums inside of Logic Pro X. If you find this video helpful and or entertaining, please feel free to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, send me an email, leave a comment. Let's get into this. All right, so the first thing I wanted to go over was if you download any samples, like third-party samples, drum samples, the first thing you want to do is actually save them somewhere on your computer. What I always do is I just save them in my music folder in the Finder, and then I made a folder called third-party sounds, and then I have all the other folders of all the packs that I have, you know, Brick Squad, Cook Up, Dezi, Staples, so on and so forth. The reason you have to do that is because you have to be able to find the samples when you're trying to load them in. So in Logic, let me make this a little bigger here. Boop. In Logic, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the top right and click on this right here. Then we're going to go all files, third-party sounds, and then I'll just go to maybe this. I don't know. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start building our drums very simple here. I'm going to pick a kick, snare, hi-hat. This is all just for an example. So let's say we go into kicks here. These are 808s. I want just like a regular kick. And I have tons of sounds from many years ago up until now. So I don't like using all of them. Let's say I want to use this one, number 19. You want to grab the sound, then bring it over here. This is going to open up an option here. It's going to show you all the different samplers you can actually add this to. We're going to drop this in Drum Machine Designer. This is what I feel like is the best way to make beats or make your beats here. So now the kick is going to be set to C1, right? And then we'll do the same thing. We have one kick. I'll go to snare. Put the snare here, a C sharp one. So now this is going right to your MIDI controller. And then we're gonna go, let's do a hi-hat here. We'll do maybe one like that. And it's too loud. I just want a little. Okay. All right, we'll use something like this. Okay. So now, right. I already set the BPMs. I actually have a little a melody here too. That's a sample that was in Logic, and it kind of just sounds like this. So now, the way I like to do drums is I like to just, now we have our drum set here. What I like to do is I like to record them and play them in real time, just for the drum riff itself. We're going to add some crazy hi-hats and stuff later, but I just want to show you how I do it. First, I'll do this. So we'll do something like this. Very simple. Record them on layers, right? So now I'm going to quantize it 1/16. And now when we click this, we'll have that little drum riff we made ready to go. The other thing I like to do here is I actually like to add like crazy sounding hi-hats, but I like to do that on a separate track. I'm going to show you why. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to go find the sound. Drum machine. All right, so now I did the same exact thing. I found this UK drill hi-hat, and I put it on a separate channel here. So the reason I did that is because now, as you see, since we have this drum pattern on the piano grid here, we don't have access to the step sequencer now. So by making a new one and not doing anything, now have access to the step sequencer. When you click step sequencer, now this is going to allow you to add those crazy, little rolls and everything we love so much. So if we do something like this, right? And after you put this in the step sequencer, the next thing you can do is you can come over to this arrow, open it up, and now we have a few different options. We have velocity, which is going to control the volume of every note that hits, and then the note repeat is going to actually repeat that note to give you those rolls. So if we hit play, let's say pop, 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 pop. We go to this one. Let's say we go to 5. So instead of hitting 1 time, it'll hit 5 times. See what I'm saying? 5 again. So the next thing I want to do is I want to show you how to actually separate all of these drum patterns so you'll be able to mix them on individual tracks. So what you want to do is you want to right click on this, and then we'll go down to MIDI, and then we'll go to separate by note pitch. You see everything disappears, but when you open this up, all the sounds are now on their own tracks. You see what I mean? Which is great now because if you open the mixer, you can see that all the sounds have their own mixing now. So you can play with all the volumes and adjust it accordingly. So this one here is a little different because we did it in a step sequencer. So the first thing we have to do is actually get it to its MIDI form. And then from there, and when I say MIDI form, I mean the piano roll. And then from there, what we're going to do is then separate it. Right click, down to convert to MIDI region. Now it actually converts it. Here's something else. If we leave this the way it is right now, you see that when we try to move this up or down, we can't because there's only one sound programmed inside this drum maker. If we right click it and then again hit separate by note pitch, it's actually going to take it and actually put this hi-hat sound across the piano itself. So now when we move it around, you can actually pitch it. If you don't like playing your drums real time, another thing you could do is how we did earlier, take all your sounds, bring them in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a copy of this, this whole track itself. So now I'm going to have empty field of all the same sounds. So if you open up the piano roll, since we haven't started anything, now you can do the step sequencer. I see a lot of people like doing it like this because it has all the sounds here. If you're into this, that's fine. I do this sometimes for visual purposes, like when I'm showing videos, but I prefer to play the drums while the melodies go on. I just feel like I can groove better. But this is no different. Boom. Look. Let me mute this other one here. Right? You can just paste it in the way you want. I mean, right? And let's say, for example, that's the beat you want to go with. Again, this is the whole beat. We can right click, go to convert to MIDI region, it'll now take this drum riff we just made, put it on the piano roll, right? Now take it a step further, right click, MIDI, separate by note pitch, boom. It's going to remove all the notes from here. Now you can click this little triangle to open it up, and now the drums are all on their own tracks. Now the drums are all on their own tracks. So that's the way I do drums. Like I said, you can start with just doing the regular beat and then add in your crazy hi-hats or rolls or however you want to do. How I do and feel it. If you want to use the step sequencer, you could do it that way. I find these are the best ways and the fastest way to do drums. If this video helped you out in any way, consider liking and subscribing. If there's anything else you want to see or have any questions on, leave me a comment below, or you can send me an email at deziperado@gmail.com. I'd be more than happy to help in any way. Until next time, guys, you have a great day.